Hello, welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. So today we are going to have I'm just getting it out of the box. We are going to have the Dragon Tarot, which is very exciting. And we are going to do, I'm going to shuffle this quickly while I'm talking. We're going to do 3 piles of 2, and you're going to pick one. And these are going to be alchemizing yourself. You're going to be alchemizing yourself. So the first card is going to be you now, and the second card is going to be you after the process we're going to walk through while we alchemize you using a rune reading. And that's all very exciting, and it sounds a bit confusing, but it won't be once we're in it, so trust me. So here's your 2 runes, your 2 cards here, 2 cards here, and 2 cards here, and then let's put them together with the stones. Hello! So that was not the phone call I was waiting for. So here is the 3 piles. I'm going to put them together with the stones that I have selected for these. It's very exciting. Let's make them pretty. Make them pretty. There we go. So we have 3 piles of Dragon Tarot. There we go. Move that up. So this is pile number 1. Pile number 1 has a citrine on it, and this represents the sun. Pile number 2 has a selenite on it, and this represents the moon. And pile number 3 has a mystic merlinite, and this represents like the cosmos. And they're all dragon cards. So feel into the cards and which card has the alchemization that is right for you. And I will put the timestamps in the description, and you can click on the timestamp that is the reading that is right for you and get your reading and alchemization, and I will see you there. Hello, pile number 1. So let me put this up here. Put this up here so you can still see it. Pile number 1 with the citrine, which is the sun representational stone that I've chosen. This is your current situation. This is you now. And this is you after we alchemize with a rune reading. We are going to be using the Rose Quartz runes for this reading. So here we go. Short reading. Not short reading. Well, short reading, yes, because it's a bridge from who you are now to who you will be once you go through this process. That wants to go like that. Doesn't have a reversal anyway, so it's all good. Okay, so let's see who you are now. Right now, you are the Queen of Wands. You are able to exert your will very competently. And you also you're able to communicate very well as well. So your communication and your exertion of will are very, very competent at this point. So let's see how we can improve on this, which is like already pretty cool. You're a queen. So centrally right now, what you're doing is you're listening. We have Ansu's, it's the rune of communication and manifestation. Communication, really, it's reversed. So it says to me that right now where you are, you're listening. You're being a bit silent and you're listening very, very carefully. What led up to this is a lot of emotion. We have Lagus, which is the rune of lake. It's water. It's all the watery stuff. So it's emotion, intuition, and heart. You've had a lot of emotion. I mean, it's a queen, so she generally has a strong emotional connection. And emotionally, you've gotten to a point where you've just basically become quiet and you're listening. You're listening very, very carefully. What will help at this point? We have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing is the rune of Frey. Frey is the fertility god. Ing is another name for Frey. And what Ing's rune has to do with is active creation. So I think while you're being quiet and while you're being silent and while you're listening, if you work on creating things, this is actually going to help develop you further. This is sort of what was missing. It's like you've sort of turned off the outward expression and communication, and you're sort of holding on to that so you can flow it out into a creative way. Also, you might be working on creating what's around you in terms of your life around you. What doesn't help is we have Hagalaz. Hagalaz is the rune of the hailstorm. It has to do with chaos. And it sort of feels like everything is just everywhere. And again, this is order, this is chaos. So your best bet to fight against this, which is worrying you, is to sort of pull things into shape, which you are in the good position to do. You are the Queen of Wands at the moment, so you have that grasp of your will, and you have the grasp of communication and manifestation that you have dragons, that you can actually do this. You can actually pull things in shape and create something and create what you need to, fueled by this upsurging of emotion that you've had. And what this leads to is a brand new journey for you. It's like you've gotten about as high up as you can get at this point because you're the queen, but you're striving for more, and you have so much emotion that you just can't stay in this. It's overwhelming you, and now I'm thinking of Frozen 2. But you're basically, you've sort of turned your communication inward. You're speaking with your inner communication, and also listening to your inner communication as well as just listening. And once you start creating things, this actually leads you to your new journey. So let's see what this has alchemized you into. You have become a 10 of Pentacles. Wow, that's awesome. This was missing. You had everything, but you didn't have everything. You wanted to have a wholeness and a happy home. Okay, I'm going to jump track a little bit because I have to explain this other thing that Ingvaz is. You have the yin aspect down pat. You've got it. You've got everything there is to do with that. And here you are overflowing with the yin. This is yang. Fraser is yang. You needed to bring that in. You needed the active yang element. And once you bring that in, you'll be fully balanced and alchemized into a fully balanced life with everything everything your heart could possibly desire. What an awesome reading. You sun people. Yeah, this is amazing. So that's a beautiful journey, and I look forward to it for you, and that's awesome. So that is your reading, pile number 1 people. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 2 people. So, moon people. I'm going to put you right next to the sunstone, which I'm keeping here because it's also representing the element of air and the direction of east, which that is. So I'm going to put the moon right here, and this is you now, and this is what you're going to alchemize into once you go through the journey that we are going to walk you through with the runes. So I'm going to do a rune spread for your journey. There we go. Okay, moon people. Moon people, you have some interesting journey ahead of you. Neat. All right. Very cool. Okay, so let's see where you are now. This is you now. 5 of Pentacles. So it looks like there's been a bit of trouble, a little bit of conflict, sort of walking away, loss and lack. Yeah, you're sort of separating from the light at this point in terms of the sunlight and plenty and nourishment and things, and so you're sort of out at the moment. You're sort of being you feel shut out at the moment. I'm so sorry, moon people. This must be very difficult for you. And so yes, the runes reflect this, but we want to alchemize this. We're going to alchemize this into this, and I guarantee whatever this is going to be more pleasant than where you feel like you are now. So your central issue basically is Thurizaz reversed. Thurizaz is the rune of challenge, and it is reversed, so it's like a heavy, heavy challenge. It feels almost impossible. Leading up to this, you've had something recently that has really brought this challenge into hard focus. This is Kaunaz reversed. Kaunaz is the rune of fire. Something starts small and expands out, and it leads right into this challenge, and it is a hard challenge. It feels like there is no way over it. But there is, because we have uncharacteristically, Hagalaz in the helping line. Now, Hagalaz is the hailstorm rune. It has to do with chaos, often destructive energies, but it's weather. It's natural forces. It's the uncontrolled uncontrollables. But what this is saying is open up to this. You sort of have been thrust out into the weather. So maybe the weather is where you're supposed to be right now. Maybe this is something that's going to teach you something and give you something. Maybe this is where you're going to take your nourishment. So embrace this step in your life. Embrace, even though it's difficult, this is yours. This is your path, and embrace it. Embrace this challenge because it is yours and no one else's. And just basically open up to the natural progression of things and the fact that storms do not last long. Storms, they come in, they rage, and they go. So, except for that one place on Earth where the storm is always there. I don't know what that thing's deal is, and I have to look that up. But anyway, it's very cool. But anyway, just basically become one with, you are also nature. So to get over this challenge, become one with it and sort of embrace nature, and you will find very naturally, very organically, that you will sort of flow with that forward. What doesn't help is you're going to be tempted to really, we had this exact same spread in reverse in the previous reading, which is just wild, because this is chaos, this is order. The other one we had order and chaos, now we have chaos and order, and chaos is what's helping you in this instance, not order. If you're going to try to wrestle things into shape, it's not going to work now. Things have to have a natural time to get through things, and so you're just going to have to let nature take its course in this point. You're not going to be able to force it to do anything that it isn't doing. You can't argue with a hailstorm, and that's where you're at. So basically, accept the hailstorm, embrace it. Don't go out into a hailstorm, but embrace this, that this is your life, this is your path, and you're moving through this, and trust that you will get past this challenge. And your first step after this challenge is we have Raitho reversed. I'm going to read this two ways. Raitho's the journey rune, it's riding. Reversed, it has to do with A, the end of a journey, and B, turning a journey inward. So you will end the journey that started with this at this point. Once you get through the storm, you'll be able to close the book on that journey. At the same time, you will be able to start an inner journey for yourself that will help you grow and develop more than you ever thought possible. Now, where does this lead to? What have we alchemized you to from this? Well, we have chains. Chains is basically the devil card. So you still have some work to do. However, you seem to be putting, I'm going to have to put something else down for this one, because this is not, I like to end on a happier note than chains. You may find yourself after this in a situation where you have put yourself somewhere. So beware of this. This is a beware. I'm going to give you some hope after this, so don't worry. This is a bit of a beware. So you have alchemized from feeling left out into putting yourself into a situation where you feel locked into it, but it's sort of like to comfort yourself. You can take these chains off at any time. It's a comfort thing. It's sort of a step on the way. I am just going to ask one more thing. How do you take chains off once you feel that you have used it for the comfort that you needed it for? Okay, so here's your reassurance. I've alchemized you. The runes have alchemized you from feeling shut out of everything into, you've brought yourself into a state of belonging, but this is something that may not be in your best interest ultimately. It's sort of a step on the way, comfort, a comfort step on the way. You will know when it is over. You will know when it is time to leave. So become aware. Sorry, Yira. Yira is the rune of time, and it means year, and it has to do with the harvest. So you're going to get out of this as much as you need in this step to comfort yourself, and then you will move forward. So this is going to be a rough patch, I'm afraid, but you will know when it's time to take those chains off. And remember that the chains are fully removable. Always, always, always. You can just slip those right off. There's nobody keeping you there, really. So once you feel that you've gotten this out of your system, take the chains off and you'll be free again. So that is your reading, moon people. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye. Hello, Cosmos people. So I'm going to move the Mystic Merlinate up here, and I am going to start with readings. So we have, this is where you are now, this is who you are now, and this is who you're going to alchemize into once we go through the runic journey that we are going to throw down right now. Let's throw down some runes. Okay, interesting. Because we had this as the central issue in our first reading, I believe. But this is, of course, different. What a mess I've made of my table spread today. It's because this is so floppy. Oh, hi, sweetie. Kitty's coming out. Yeah, there she is. Hi, sweetie. She's meowing. She's a good girl. Her name is Freya. She's a tortoiseshell. Just in case you wondered. Okay, where you are now. You're the Empress. This is awesome. Well done, you. What are you sniffing at, kitty? She's sniffing. She's sniffing things. Up she goes. Okay, good kitty. You're the Empress, and that's great. You have a great grasp of who you are and just natural. I'm going to say fertility, but it's like fertility in terms of you can create and you can put things together. The cat is like right here next to the camera, and she's being very cute. So where you're at, you are listening. You are listening. And you're also listening to your inner communication, which this is representing. So you have a very good connection with one or more of your spirit guides, whether this is your higher self or a spirit guide or an angelic figure or a deity. Your inner communication may vary. So that's where you're at now. You're in a very good place. So I hardly want to mess it up, but here we go. No, I'm just kidding. Wherever this is going to be better than this, I promise. So leading up to this, we have had a really good, first of all, okay, this is Yira. It's the rune of the harvest. It has to do with harvest and also time. So a good period of time, a very profitable and good period of time has just passed. As well, you've gotten lots of fruits of your labors, and so you're sitting here now and you're just basically in communication with your inner communication, and also being quiet and being listening. What helps you at this point is joy. We have Vunyo. It is fully upright. It is in the helping line, so it is joy that is helping you. Just focus on the joy. Focus on it. It's wonderful. What isn't helping you is we have Avaz. Avaz is the horse rune, and it is reversed on the lower line. So the horse has to do with movement, and it has to do with spirit. So don't stop moving forward, and don't stop connecting with spirit. And the most important thing is, if you feel like enough, and just like lay back and kick your feet, which everybody of course is tempted to do. However, you want to keep focusing on the joy. This will slow you down, this won't. So as long as you're focused on the joy, your communication with your inner communication will continue, and you will move forward very, very nicely into a point of where you will feel very much at home. We have Othala. Othala is the rune of the home and the homeland. It is absolutely upright on the path line. You Cosmos people, you're on a really good path. I'm almost afraid to turn this card over. No, it's good. It's going to be good. The Empress, this is where you're at now. Communicating, inner communication. You've got lots of fruits of your labors. You've had a really good time recently. Just keep moving forward. Follow the spirit. Follow your joy. Bring yourself to your home space, basically. You're going to feel very, very much at home. So all this has alchemized you to the King of Cups. Wowee, man. So all of this is going to put you very much more in good stead with your ability to be one with your emotions, basically. Your emotions you don't become your emotions, but you'll be very much in, not control, that's a terrible word for it, it's not control. But you're going to be good with them. You're going to be very harmonic with them. You're going to be able to flow with them and express them, and you're going to be a little bit more intuitive than you were, and it's going to be great. You guys, honestly, or you lovely people are just in a really good place, and you're on a really good path, and you're going to alchemize into something even more expressive than you were before. So you're sort of turning inward and expressing inwardly, communicating inwardly. You're going to be able to communicate outwardly with a hand on your guides at all times. This is awesome, you people. You're lovely. Well done, you. So that is your reading, Cosmos people. I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.